Good morning, everybody, and welcome to What's Hot Now on the Open here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. Let's take a look at what's hot right now. Let's take a look at what's gapping up. Right now, in reaction to strong earnings and guidance this morning, we have Thor Industries, ticker symbol THO. We spoke about this in Tech Talk last night. Stock's up about 8.6% on really positive earnings as well as guidance. We also have Tiffany's, ticker symbol TIF, this high-end retailer being scrutinized right now in this holiday new sales kickoff season going into the Christmas holiday. Tiffany is trading up 5% on both earnings and guidance, as well as the fact that foot traffic in the stores was a lot better than expected. We also have BERY Plastics, ticker symbol BERY, up about 4.6%. And then you had UnitedHealth. UnitedHealth is up about 3.2% this morning on better than expected earnings as well as guidance. We're going to watch this one very closely, especially since there is anticipation that there's going to be an announcement on a new health head of the healthcare services in the Trump administration. There is some names that are being thrown around that could be somewhat controversial from the respect of throwing out the Obamacare and ACA Act. So we're going to really take a close look at that and keep an eye on that. Healthcare names could start to get volatile. Also, ZTO Express, ZTO is his ticker symbol. Now, this is a very large transportation management system that's based in Shanghai, China. We spoke about this a little bit in the overnight action, but that's up about 2.6% this morning, as well as Bank of Nova Scotia, BNS. That's one of the largest Canadian banks that does a ton of international business, up 1.3%. These are all gapping up on better than expected earnings and guidance. You're also seeing some select financial names moving to the upside. Specifically, Deutsche Bank is up 2.8%. That's ticker symbol DB. You're also seeing Prudential, PUK. It's up about 1.6%. And you also have ING up about 1.3%. You do have one notable stock that's moving to the downside post-earnings announcement, and that's Frontline, ticker symbol FRO. They had disappointing earnings and guidance from this large shipping entity. We'll keep an eye on that, see if that's systematic or of the space. Down about 1.7% right now on Frontline. Now, taking a look at the overall market coming into the open, we have the Dow Jones basically trading right above break even at 19,082 up 2. You have the Nasdaq futures up at 48.59.50, up down about $1.25. You have the S&P 500 breaking that psychological 2,200 level on the open at 21.99.50 on the December futures. That's down about $1.25. And then you have the unbelievable small caps, the Russell 2000, trading at 1330.90, up down about 10 cents. Yesterday, it actually broke its streak of 15 successive sessions of being in the green on the close. Now, again, you continue to see that the market has started what could be considered a pullback consolidation phase after what's been an unprecedented run to new all-time highs over the last 3 weeks post the election of President Trump. Now, with that being said, there is one segment of the market that has been lagging, and that has been the Nasdaq 100. I want to put that on the radar screen because it's been lagging against its peers, the small caps, which is the Russell 2000. There are other large cap brethren, which is the S&P 500, as well as the Dow Jones. We've seen that the Nasdaq has not been able to supersede, specifically the Nasdaq 100. If you look at the QQQs, have not been able to breach their September or their October highs. Now, what has been notable about the Nasdaq, though, is that in this current session, it has been holding up to its prior session low much better than its peers. That could be taken as a positive. What else it could be taken as is that sectors that have been performing well or there could be some window dressing going on, and there could be some significant relative strength in areas that, first of all, have been performing well post the election, which are the financial, steels, and industrials, as well as some areas that could also be outperforming once we get a better idea of some policies. And that could be tech related, and so we'll see if the Nasdaq actually pushes higher. We are seeing that the Dow Jones is staying over that psychological all-time high of over 19,000, so we're going to keep an eye on that. We also are going to keep an eye on bonds. Bonds continue to fall back in price. They're at their year-to-date lows right now. In the prospect of a December rate hike. Right now, the Fed funds tool from the CME group is pricing in the potential for a rate hike of at least a quarter point at 100%. Now, gold on that note also is breaking down to the downside with fresh monthly, multi-month lows. Also, that's in the face of what has been unbelievable strength in the U.S. dollar. One thing that's also notable as we wrap up taking a look at what's hot on the open is when you look at the S&Ps and the seasonality is going to show that over the last 20 years, the November and December months tend to be the most strong or the strongest for this indice of the year. So with the discrepancy that we see in the QQQs versus its peers, as I had noted, the spiders, the diamonds, and the IWM, and the fact that we have somewhat of maybe a pullback consolidation. Let's see if volatility comes back into play and see if maybe we get some strength if the market holds up, especially if we get some real positive economic numbers that come out from both retail sales as well as some jobs data, that could be a catalyst for the bulls. One other note, last one, crude. Crude is volatile. We have been saying this since last week when they had the technical meetings for OPEC. The OPEC meetings are supposed to wrap up on Wednesday. What's notable, overnight, Russia said they will not be participating in the OPEC meetings. Oil pulled back. It's now trading. If you look at the D's crude contract, trading at 45.36, down $1.72. I've said this for the last week and a half. There is going to be a ton of headline risk in oil. Let's keep an eye on all of the inventory reports as well as Wednesday's meeting is supposed to be tying up. Who knows? But there is going to be volatility around oil, so we're going to keep an eye on that. So that's it for right now. Join us at 1:30 Eastern Time, where we will talk about strategy now. We're going to go over what's going on in the midday and get you the best information you can for having a transparent, powerful experience. Take care, folks, and we'll see you at MarketStream.live at 1:30 Eastern Time. Have a great trading day.